As infection rates go up, the police are cracking down, with threats of further fines and a plea from politicians.
I support the police in doing their very difficult job, which they're doing very sensitively, but they're also right to take very seriously the rules we've brought in. You know, we haven't brought them in because we wanted to. We've brought them in because we've had to. And every flexibility can be fatal. Because if you just say, oh, I'll just flex this bit of the rules, the problem is this virus is so contagious, it then passes on. And then, as we've seen, it is deadly. And there are people dying every day. And the NHS has got this enormous pressure on it like it's never seen before.
But is there public appetite for tougher restrictions?
I think they're as high as they can be. And if you want to ignore it, you ignore it.
As long as it protects me, I'm happy with it.
We look at other countries that have the way they've handled certain situations. We're too slow.
Meanwhile, England's chief medical officer has made one of his starkest warnings yet. Writing in the Sunday Times, Chris Whitty said the NHS in some parts of the country is currently facing the most dangerous situation anyone can remember. There will be avoidable deaths. NHS staff are doing their absolute best and working remarkably. We all owe them a huge debt of gratitude, but even they have limits. Every unnecessary interaction you have could be the link in a chain of transmission which has a vulnerable person at the end. But Labour argue part of the problem is the government's mixed messages.
I think the vast majority of the British public have been complying throughout. They've been working really hard and it's been a real struggle. The problem has been the government's mixed messages. You know, eat out, don't eat out, go back to work, don't go to work, stay at home, don't stay at home. The central message now is critically important. Stay home, save lives and protect our NHS.
COVID vaccinations are now being delivered at a rate of 200,000 a day. And the government say every adult will be offered one by the autumn. But scientists argue that on its own is not enough.
We should not be in this position next winter. We should not be having thousands of deaths as well as being in a lockdown and having health services near collapse. So work back from where we want to be next winter, which is in a good position, look at countries that are in that position, and then figure out what are the things we need to do over the next 10 to 12 months to get there. And I think that will involve having to really fix our test and trace system, get on top of border measures, actually have a strategy beyond saying this is a seasonal infection we're going to deal with.
Whatever some scientists say, ministers are clear. They don't want to reimpose restrictions next winter. Yet they concede to achieve that, they'll need more than the current vaccination programme, but a rollout as with flu every single year. Negotiating our way through waves of the virus is likely to become a permanent part of everyday life. Joe Pike, Sky News.